when I got ill, it started with urinary tract infections and kidney stones, and then I went on antibiotics for 3 months, and I bloated more and more and more and more, and started digesting food less and less and less, and my health kind of spiraled out of control to the point where one day I didn't even have the energy to hold an umbrella. So after a year of being in and out of the doctor's surgery, one particular week I had 5 consecutive days in a row. And I said to the doctor, like, what's going on? And he said, shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't know, I can't find anything wrong. That's when I had the epiphany moment. I went home and started researching. That was the key moment. And what I did was I actually mapped out every single symptom that I ever had into a cause and effect, kind of like a chart on the wall, a bit like you see in the movies, I guess, and tracing and researching every single thing back until I looked at what the root cause was. I then started tracking various different data points in my health, subjective some of them and some of them quantified, actually quantified, to see that by what I was changing would have an impact on my health. After 4 years of studying and researching like all these different health topics, I heard about bulletproof coffee, actually, and that was my way of understanding what there was a whole biohacking movement out there. So I decided to create a community in London, which was the Biohacker London meetup group, and that's where it began. So after that, everyone I spoke to, whether it's a doctor, a specialist, a nutritionist, friends, whatever, that understood this space I was in, I would listen out for keywords that they would mention when we're talking about it, and ones that kept on coming up were health and optimization. So I decided to relabel the Biohacker London meetup group to be Biohacker and Health Optimisation London social group. It doubled almost overnight. Actually, in the first few weeks, it grew by 50%. So it was about 700, 800 people, and now it sits at about 1,500 people. And it just grew and grew and grew and grew to this really strong community, which kind of got a lot of attention from around the world because we're one of the bigger communities on the planet now in biohacking. And many people said to me, why don't you do an event, a summit, opposed to just a little monthly meetup? And thus the idea for Health Optimisation Summit was born. Things were progressing really smoothly with the summit, actually. It was coming together very nice when Martin Tobias, the CEO of Upgrade Labs, contacted me and said, I want to be involved with what you're doing in London. I said, sure, but I want the guys from Paleo FX to be involved too. He said, I'm in. Thus, the collaboration between the Paleo movement and the biohacking movement came together for the first time. We had 50% male, 50% female audience. We filled the hall. We brought together the health and fitness and medical wellness and nutrition spaces together for the first time in London. And we also had the content targeted so everyone in the audience could understand it. So that someone like my mum could be in the audience and get it. My mum was in the audience and she did get it.
The Health Optimization Summit is a place where you can see people from all over Europe come together and actually meet each other and realize there's huge numbers of people who are biohacking. People who have decided, you know what, enough of being sick, enough of being tired, enough of following the standard advice that has led my family into decline. I am going to take control of my own biology. So building a community around this is probably the coolest thing. And I'm pretty excited that I get to share my new book right before it comes out with people who are just so into this idea that, oh, you know, I can be in charge of my own body.
It's really hard to choose one thing that's really cool about the Health Optimization Summit, but I think for me, it's the energy and it's the people that are here and the positive attitude and the positive vibes. And it's just an opportunity for everybody to kind of lift everyone else up. And when you do that, you hit a vibration and frequency that's just not matched anywhere else. And so I think that's probably my favorite thing about this event.
For me, health optimization is basically optimizing. First, we got to define health. Health is the ability of an organism to carry out its functions properly. And then we got to define living organism, something that basically it's like an investor in energy. The best way to do this is to optimize our mitochondria, our cellular engines. The way we do that is by optimizing the light that we're exposed to. So to me, health optimization is light optimization.
So we've had at least 5 other countries wanting to have a Health Optimization Summit there. And why I think this is happening is because we've got the health and fitness and medical wellness nutrition spaces all together in one summit with the sole goal of health optimization, opposed to the single conferences on their own. People really want this, and I think that the time is now.